I think one of the hardest things for us to do as technology people is really trying to look at it from the journey perspective, the customers' stories, the people's stories, the whole concept of studying the people's stories, trying to ask the right questions to solicit what are people thinking about, how do people actually frame the decision-making process. It really offers a very, very different view that it's quite hard for us to free ourselves from the challenges of technology constraints, of forms and processes and screens. And yet it's actually the most important thing.
The people stories, the motivations behind why users behave a certain way, which then determines how do we design our products and services that actually impacts them or motivates them to do their behavior. Because it's not just about giving them something that we think they need, but more particularly it's fulfilling the need that they have that we need to understand.
We are from O&T, right? Many of the times we are thinking of what we can do for the business, what we can do for the customer. I think this course actually bring us to the different perspective. It's more focused on what the customer need from us instead of what we can do for them.
Right, correct. And then what we've learned is also that great ideas is not just limited, right, to genius or a moment inspiration, right? It can actually be produced through a structured approach, right? Everyone can do it regardless of the ranks or the profile of the staff, right? By going through that framework.
I think it was really a good opportunity to free ourselves from the constraints of thinking about technology all the time, and really, as the course explains, right, start to look at things from a human perspective. For far too often, people in IT and technology, we tend to really be very proud of the way we've put our solutions across in terms of technology and systems and structured processes and all that, without fully understanding the impact that we have on how users actually use our systems.
In my daily work, I deal with a lot of data. So coming out with a conclusion or finding from those data is actually a very BAU for me.
Right.
So it's something that I'm used to it, but crafting and getting that insight out of those data, I think that is the challenge.
It changed the perspective of how we look at things. So how we look at data is going to be quite different. It's something you have to understand to know what is the real problem. Don't just deliver a good thing but do the right thing.
Yeah, very often we're told and we have learned, trust the data, trust the data. But it's actually not the most important part.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, two aspects of the challenges that I have to confront. First of all, is really creating the time and space, right, to really find out more about the stories, the people's stories. Very often, we just focus on the problem statements, right, and then we try to find a solution to that straight away, right, without understanding the whole cycle of the people's journey itself. The second aspect is that being in technology, right, sometimes at the back of our mind, there's always this thing about, okay, whether it's possible, right, is it implementable, they always come to play, right, we should actually let the whole thing diverge so that we don't just limit ourselves to certain solution too early.
The key theme and the key thing that we must focus on as a foundation is to really, really trust the process. We've got to make sure that we invest the time and trust the process that it will lead us somewhere, because it's going to be very contrary to our normal reaction to invest time and effort into this. So the biggest harm for us is really to just invest the time and invest in the process and invest in the right outcome.
It's really going against our norm, and also in a way put ourselves out of the comfort zone.
And if we are truly intentionally becoming a digital transformation organization, the human aspect of how people use the digital transformation is probably going to be one of the most important factors.
By pushing this CX bootcamp across the bank, it has the value of making sure everyone understands and speak the same language. When you talk about redesign, you talk about insights, you talk about paper story, all of us know what are we referring to. So I think getting this consistency across the division, across the group is very important. Second aspect over here is that personally, and also shared in the meeting as well in the classroom, is that start with those that are in your control. Start one shot, right? Start small scale, build the confidence, build the process, of getting into the good design, right? And then we grow from there, right? Don't try to boil the ocean on day one.
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
No more ugliness!
Okay.
So we never going to say no more ugliness.
I will stop point.
I hope that was not a... It is so shit! Ugliness.